People often ask me what it's like to have a disability. And I tell them, it's like nothing at all. Until I realized that the world isn't built to include people like me. Hello, my name is Claire Teo. I am 26 this year and I'm a performer, writer, director and educator. I teach at special needs schools and social service organizations like ArtDis. ArtDis is an organization that advocates and creates job and education opportunities for persons with disabilities through the arts. I perform in theatre productions, commissioned festival works, and then most recently at the Singapore International Festival of Arts. Theatre has always been more than entertainment to me. When I'm on stage, I can be messy and chaotic, I can be lame, I can be anything that my character asks me to be. There's so many different parts of me that I can't show in real life, but then when I'm on stage, I can be free. That freedom is what I want others to have as well. I was diagnosed with Retinitis Pigmentosa at the age of 4. It is a degenerative eye condition that consists of night blindness, color deficiency, lazy eyes, tunnel vision, and triple vision. Right now, it has deteriorated to a point where I can only see some light, shadow, and some color. So it's like a children's painting placed under water, and the colors are merging and blending into each other. I didn't set out wanting to be an advocate. I just wanted to perform. But then the more I did work and the more I interacted with different communities, I realized that I couldn't just perform for myself. And I started to use the stage as a platform to give voice to more communities and to normalize disability. When I was younger, it was very difficult for me to identify with the disabled community. Probably because of how I grew up. There were a lot of expectations. A lot was self-imposed, a lot was external. But for whatever reason, I just really wanted to be normal. I wanted to fit in. At some point, I was pretending that I could see. I would run my eyes across a page I couldn't read just to look like I could. It got really exhausting. The turning point came when I met my mentor, Peter Sau. He scolded me a lot, I remember, to try to change my mindset about things. But then he also brought me to meet many other disabled artists, and all of them were so creative. They shared different perspectives, and they were so talented that I started to believe disability was not a deficit, but a possibility for creativity. I started to find creative ways to work with my disability, and sometimes even finding and learning new skills in order to accommodate. And I stopped hiding. So when I was in LaSalle, we had auditions for the roles, right? And I was given the scripts one day before the audition. And while everyone else could see and sight read and still hold the script even during rehearsals, for me, I had to memorize it before the audition in order to give myself a chance. Today, I juggle multiple roles. Performer, teacher, leader, programs executive, not because I'm a superwoman, but because I'm trying to build a sustainable life in a world that is still learning to become more inclusive. I was the first visually impaired person to enter the performance course in LaSalle, and that meant the course wasn't designed for someone like me. And I had to teach my teachers and my friends how to help someone like me. They were really, really giving, and they tried to use tactile and verbal cues to help me during classes. Being the first doesn't mean I have to be the last. I really hope that me being there means I can open doors for more people like me. In fact, I was invited back in 2022 to teach the Engaging Communities module to the Diploma and Level 3 students, and I see this as a huge step forward. Today I teach at Lighthouse School, working with students with visual impairment and hearing loss. One day, this student told me that his dream is to be a cleaner. And I was very upset. Because who told him that? Who taught him that that was the only dream he could have? What happened to having bigger dreams, even for someone who is disabled? I really hope to journey with them and facilitate them in finding their passions and a stronger voice for themselves. I truly believe that accessibility can be beautiful. It can deepen the arts. I have led and conceptualized different theatre projects, one of which is called Monstrous. It was really exciting and it's one of my brainchilds. We tried to embed audio description and creative captioning into the show for more communities to appreciate the work. And there's so many other projects where we tried different ways to do audio description. There were times where I prioritized sensory narration. There were times that I prioritized character. Embedded narration is something that we are going to explore in Scenes from a Climate Era. That is an Esplanade Studios production. And that's when all the description is embedded into the script and the soundscape. It is not charity, it is the craft, it is art. Ultimately, I hope that my disability doesn't make me special anymore. I can be Medusa, Lady Macbeth, Juliet. I can be a friend, a daughter, a mess of contradictions, completely unique, yet so ordinary, just like everyone else. And that's the point, right? Disability isn't meant to be hidden or overcome. It is just a way of being, just a way of existing. My dream is that one day I no longer have to advocate, when being seen as equal is simply a given. Until then, I will keep showing up on stages, in schools, in meetings, because every person that I meet is one more person who might pass it on. And that is how we can begin.